Are you over 65, savoring your daily eggs, believing they're your key to a long, vibrant life? Stop right there. What if the way you're cooking, storing, or eating those eggs is quietly chipping away at your health, pushing you towards serious illness? From deadly bacteria to heart-damaging compounds, these everyday mistakes could turn your breakfast staple into a silent killer. If your goal is to live to 100, full of energy and joy, you must hear this now. Stick around to uncover the shocking truth about eggs and the simple fixes that could add years to your life. Mistake hash 1. Overcooking your eggs, a silent threat to your heart and brain at 7:30 a.m. in your cozy kitchen in Atlanta, Georgia. The aroma of eggs sizzling in the pan waking up your senses. You love that crispy golden edge on your fried eggs or the hard-boiled ones with a slightly grayish yolk, right? But here's a chilling reality. Cooking eggs at high heat, say frying them at 350 degree F until they brown, or boiling them for 15 minutes, could be harming your body in ways you never imagined. When eggs are overcooked, they undergo oxidation, a chemical reaction that forms harmful compounds like oxidized cholesterol. According to the American Heart Association, oxidized cholesterol is linked to a 30% increased risk of heart disease, a leading cause of death for seniors in the U.S., claiming over 600,000 lives annually. For those of you over 65, this is especially alarming. Your body is more susceptible to inflammation, which fuels age-related conditions like arthritis, stroke, and even Alzheimer's disease. Overcooking eggs also destroys vital nutrients that are your secret weapons for living to 100. Eggs are packed with vitamin B12, essential for nerve health, folate for cell repair, and antioxidants like lutein and zeaxanthin, which protect your eyes from macular degeneration, a condition affecting 1 in 5 seniors, per the National Eye Institute. High heat can reduce these nutrients by up to 50%, according to a 2019 study in the Journal of Food Science. Imagine eating eggs every day, but missing half their benefits. Take Susan, a 68-year-old retiree from Miami, Florida. For years, she fried her eggs on high heat, loving the crunch. But she started noticing heartburn, bloating, and brain fog that made her fear she was aging too fast. After learning about oxidation, she switched to soft scrambling her eggs at 250 degree F, using a non-stick pan. Within 2 weeks, her energy soared, her digestion improved, and she felt sharper, ready to enjoy her morning walks. The fear of aging, losing your memory, struggling with vision, or facing a heart attack is real. Overcooked eggs could accelerate these risks, stealing the vibrant, independent life you deserve. To prolong your life, cook eggs gently. Soft scramble them for 3-5 minutes on low heat, or poach them for 5-7 minutes at 180 degree F. These methods preserve nutrients and minimize harmful compounds. Pair your eggs with longevity-boosting foods like spinach, rich in vitamin K for bone health, or blueberries, packed with antioxidants, eaten daily by centenarians in blue zones like Okinawa, Japan. These habits reduce inflammation, support your brain, and keep your heart strong, bringing you closer to celebrating your 100th birthday with vitality. Questions for you. Are you overcooking your eggs without realizing it? What's your favorite egg recipe? And will you try lower heat to protect your health? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Mistake hash 2. Eating raw or undercooked eggs, a dangerous gamble with your life. Maybe you're like Margaret, a 70-year-old from Seattle, Washington, who swears by her morning raw egg smoothie, believing it's the ultimate way to soak up every nutrient. Or perhaps you love sunny-side-up eggs with runny yolks, thinking they're harmless. But here's a terrifying truth. Raw or undercooked eggs are a health hazard, especially after 65. They can carry salmonella, a bacteria that causes severe food poisoning. The CDC reports 1.2 million salmonella cases in the U.S. each year, with seniors facing a 20% higher risk of hospitalization due to weakened immune systems. For older adults, what might be a mild illness for a 30-year-old could lead to dehydration, organ failure, or even death. Raw eggs also contain avidin, a compound that binds to biotin, a B vitamin critical for metabolism, nerve function, and healthy skin and hair. Over time, this can cause deficiencies, leaving you fatigued, achy, and looking older than you feel. Margaret learned this the hard way. At 68, she was rushed to the ER with severe nausea and stomach pain after a salmonella infection from her raw egg smoothies. She spent days recovering, terrified she wouldn't make it. After switching to fully cooked eggs, she regained her strength and continued enjoying eggs safely. The fear of death or losing your independence to a preventable illness is a heavy burden. To live to 100, you need to eliminate risks like salmonella. Cook eggs until both the whites and yolks are firm. 160° F for scrambled eggs, or 8-10 minutes for boiled. Produce the guidelines. If you can't resist runny yolks, buy pasteurized eggs, available at stores like Walmart or Publix across the U.S. These eggs are treated to kill bacteria, reducing your risk. Add good habits like washing your hands and cooking utensils after handling eggs to avoid cross-contamination. These steps are your shield, ensuring you stay healthy enough to travel, garden, or play with your grandkids for decades. Questions for you. Have you ever tried raw or undercooked eggs? Will you commit to cooking them fully to stay safe? Drop your story in the comments. Mistake, #3. Storing cooked eggs improperly, inviting deadly bacteria. It's a busy morning in your home in Dallas, Texas. You've made a plate of scrambled eggs, but you leave them on the counter thinking, I'll put them away later. Or maybe you're like George, a 72-year-old from Phoenix, Arizona, who preps a big batch of eggs on Sunday, storing them in a loosely covered bowl in the fridge. These habits could be putting your life at risk. Cooked eggs left at room temperature for more than 2 hours, or 1 hour if it's above 90° F, common in summer. Enter the danger zone of 40° F to 140° F, where bacteria like Salmonella and Listeria multiply rapidly. The FDA estimates 48 million Americans suffer from food poisoning annually, with seniors at higher risk of severe complications due to age-related immune decline. A single bout of foodborne illness could lead to weeks of recovery, or, in rare cases, fatal outcomes. George experienced this firsthand, suffering stomach cramps and nausea until he learned to store eggs in airtight containers and eat them within 3-4 days. Hard-boiled eggs last up to 7 days if refrigerated at 35-40° F, but only in the coldest part of your fridge, not the door, where temperatures fluctuate. Cross-contamination is another danger. If cooked eggs sit near raw chicken, unwashed produce, or even a dirty fridge shelf, they can pick up bacteria. The fear of aging includes losing your ability to live independently, sidelined by preventable illnesses. To prolong your life, store cooked eggs in airtight containers immediately after cooling and label them with the date. Reheat gently on the stove at 165° F, adding a splash of water to keep them moist, instead of microwaving, which can ruin texture and nutrients. Pair these habits with longevity foods like Greek yogurt, rich in probiotics for gut health, or walnuts, packed with omega-3s, to boost your immune system. These choices keep you strong, active, and on track to reach 100. Questions for you. How do you store your cooked eggs? Will you start using airtight containers or check your fridge's temperature? Share your plans in the comments. If these tips are hitting home, don't miss out on more ways to live longer and healthier. Hit that subscribe button and ring the bell to join our community of seniors across the U.S., from California to Maine, who are taking charge of their health. We drop new videos every week to help you reach your goal of 100. Subscribe now, and let's keep this life-changing journey going together. Mistake, #4. Using cracked or expired eggs, a recipe for disaster. It's Saturday morning in your home in Columbus, Ohio. You reach into the fridge and grab an egg with a tiny crack, thinking, it's probably fine. Or you overlook the expiration date, assuming eggs last forever. This could be a costly mistake. Cracked or expired eggs are a breeding ground for salmonella, especially dangerous for seniors. Even hairline cracks allow bacteria to enter, and eggs can spoil before the carton's sell-by date if stored improperly. The USDA recommends using eggs within 3-5 weeks of the packing date, but storing them in the fridge door where temperatures can hit 50 F, cuts their shelf life. Evelyn, a 74-year-old from San Diego, California, ignored a cracked egg's odd smell and cooked it anyway. Hours later, she was hit with nausea and cramps, diagnosed with food poisoning that left her bedridden for a week. The CDC notes seniors face a 15% higher risk of hospitalization from foodborne illness, which can weaken your body and derail your longevity goals. The fear of death or losing your vitality to a preventable illness is real. To stay safe, try the water test. Place an egg in a bowl of cold water. If it sinks flat, it's fresh. If it stands upright, use it soon. If it floats, throw it out immediately. Store eggs in their carton in the coldest part of your fridge, around 35 F, and inspect each one for cracks or odors before cooking. These habits ensure you get the full benefits of eggs, like choline, which supports brain health and reduces dementia risk by 28%. Per a 2020 study in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition. Good habits like checking eggs and eating nutrient-rich foods, think salmon for omega-3s or sweet potatoes for fiber, keep you vibrant and independent, paving the way to 100. Questions for you. Do you check your eggs for cracks or freshness? Will you try the water test to stay safe? Let me know in the comments. Mistake #5. Cooking with the wrong oils sabotaging your longevity. You're in your apartment in Brooklyn, New York, frying eggs in vegetable oil or margarine, thinking it's just a cooking choice. But here's a shocking fact. Highly processed oils, like soybean, corn, or canola break down at high heat, forming trans fats and oxidized lipids. These compounds increase inflammation, raising your risk of heart disease by 25% and cognitive decline by 15%. According to Harvard Medical School. For seniors, chronic inflammation is a major driver of age-related diseases like arthritis, diabetes, and Alzheimer's, which affect over 50% of adults over 65, per the CDC. Frank, a 78-year-old from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, cooked his eggs in vegetable oil for decades. He felt sluggish and bloated after meals, fearing his health was slipping. After switching to extra virgin olive oil, he noticed better digestion and more energy within weeks. Oils like butter, ghee, coconut oil, or olive oil have high smoke points, above 400 degrees, and healthy fats that support brain and heart health. Avocado oil, found at stores like Costco or Target, is another excellent choice, with monounsaturated fats that lower bad cholesterol. The fear of aging, losing your sharp mind, or struggling with joint pain can be eased with better choice. Cooking eggs in healthy oils enhances their nutrition, delivering protein and choline to keep you strong. Pair eggs with longevity foods like leafy greens, rich in vitamin C, or berries, packed with antioxidants, eaten by centenarians in Sardinia, Italy. Good habits like using stable oils, eating balanced meals, and staying active. Think 30 minutes of walking daily, which cuts mortality risk by 20%, per the National Institute on Aging. Are your secrets to living to 100? Questions for you. What oil do you use for eggs? Will you switch to olive oil or avocado oil for better health? Share your thoughts in the comments. As you sit in your home, whether in Texas, Oregon, or Florida, picture your breakfast tomorrow. Eggs are a nutritional powerhouse, loaded with protein, choline, and antioxidants to fight aging. But mistakes like overcooking, eating raw eggs, improper storage, using cracked eggs, or cooking with harmful oils can turn them into a health risk. These errors fuel inflammation, infections, and nutrient loss, threatening your dream of living to 100. The fear of death, aging poorly, or losing your independence is real, but you hold the power to change your future. Embrace these life-extending habits. Cook eggs gently at low heat, store them in airtight containers, check for freshness with the water test, and use healthy oils like olive or avocado. Pair eggs with longevity foods like fatty fish, rich in omega-3s to lower heart disease risk by 30%, or whole grains like quinoa, eaten by long-living communities in Costa Rica. Stay active with daily walks. Aim for 7-8 hours of sleep, and nurture social connections. Studies show strong relationships add 7 years to life expectancy. These choices cut your risk of chronic disease by 40%, per the National Institute on Aging. keeping you thriving. Ignoring these mistakes could lead to dire consequences. Heart disease, dementia, or a foodborne illness could shorten your life by years. But by fixing them, you're building a foundation for vitality. Imagine blowing out 100 candles, surrounded by loved ones, still sharp, active, and full of joy. That's the life you deserve. Start today. Your longevity depends on it. Questions for you. What's one egg habit you'll change? How are you working toward living to 100? Share your story in the comments. I can't wait to hear from you. Thank you for watching. If this video inspired you, give it a thumbs up, share it with a friend, and subscribe for more tips to live longer and healthier. Let's keep pushing toward 100 together. See you in the next video.